Oh, we've been live, and they're just kind of staring at us now. Ladies and
my
gentlemen, boys
God.
and girls, children of all ages. Welcome back to another awesome Friday night with the SpecsRated podcast.
There's just one problem with that.
It's not Friday night.
It's not Friday night.
Look, we'll just say it was B's fault and move on. So, as always, I'm the awesome one himself, Mr. Rev J Awesome, and of course, most wonderful pain in my ass, B Golden, and the Specs Moose.
If you've seen Specs, can you let us know where he is? Because he's MIA. We have no idea where he is.
Saw him last night, but the podcast wasn't working last night. But it's working tonight. I think it's working. Thus far, it's working. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the awesomeness. Awesome Mom.
Sorry that we're a little late.
Mr. Doors. So look, I'm gonna get the ball rolling because there's something I need to get off my chest. All right, my lights are too damn bright.
That shirt that you wear way too often.
Look,
not that I'm telling you to take off your clothes, because please don't do that.
I'm not trying to get us canceled that way.
Yes,
it's
please,
not that
no.
I wear it way too often. It's just I fall into trends and routines without realizing them, and clothes tend to get reshuffled into that same order. And it's like every Saturday I end up grabbing this shirt.
I am wearing my
Complete
classic
coincidence.
Damn it B shirt.
Damn it B.
Yeah. Can't really say too much, but
there is something that I actually do need to get off my chest here.
What?
It involves the Tic Tac.
Okay, what did the Tic Tac do now?
The Tic Tac did another thing, and I've seen it going around.
Orange or spearmint? Oh, you weren't talking about
No, I wasn't
Tic
talking
Tacs.
about those Tic Tacs. I was talking about the Tic Tac that the people use to make the videos.
My bad.
So what I was talking about this time was more of the videos going around. Last time I was talking about, I think the last time I brought up Tic Tac was with the Sleepy Chicken.
Yeah, the
sounds about
NyQuil.
right. Yeah, the NyQuil chicken thing.
The chicken
people
boiling
are
in
geniuses.
NyQuil. Yeah, because they're smart.
So are we like in a depression again?
Wait, me? Because yes,
No,
100% 24/7.
We are depressed, but the world around us, are we living in a depression again?
I have no idea. You act like I leave my house and see the outside world or watch
Pay attention
the
to
news.
TV and stuff like that sometimes.
I watch Hulu.
Hulu has ads, damn it.
Without ads. I know nothing that is going on outside.
So
which is good and bad.
Please explain to me then.
Okay.
The hell is a butterboard?
A butterboard?
Yes. Oh, have you not seen these yet?
No.
Apparently, they got them fancy white people boards where they put all the cheeses and the meats and the veggies and the stuff
The adult
like
Lunchables.
that. But like in board form. It has some weird ass name
The
for it.
Yeah, that thing. Yeah. Charcuterie board.
Hey, this is a PG-13 show. Don't you leave that dirty foul language elsewhere, woman. But
Okay,
yes,
I'll leave it
those
for the B
boards.
spot.
Yeah.
The coochie
Those
boards.
However, dude, I'm seeing
But
all
what
these
the hell
damn
is a
videos where
butterboard?
people are like throwing butter and like putting it all over and then throwing other things on top of it and then using that to like
Dunk stuff in butter.
swirl it around. Yeah, I saw a real one the other day where they were using ketchup.
I saw one the other. Ooh, that one my son would probably eat.
That one did look a little more of a spoofed version of these butter boards.
Okay,
but
I saw one where they melted. Dank! Oh my gosh! Hi.
We actually just started, Dank.
we just went live not long ago. I saw one where they like melted caramel and did like a caramel drip around, and then had like pretzels and stuff. Why are we talking about this now? I'm gonna get the like late night munchies here. Oh, Specs is alive!
See him, look, he's almost home, and then he'll join us.
He is
He'll pop
alive,
in.
everybody. Everybody, cancel the search parties. We found him.
So obviously,
Charcuterie boards. I don't know if I'm saying that right
I
or
don't
not.
even try. Obviously, there's definitely people fighting back with the whole gross factor of the cross contamination possibilities and
Coming from a
dipping
germaphobe as
and
myself, yes, and a
so could you
person that has
imagine?
food issues.
And here's
No.
the thing: it's made on a wooden board, which didn't we kind of veer away from wooden cutting boards to begin with, or is that
I
still a
thought
thing? I don't
I
know.
have a
Germs
I have a
are
plastic one, but
definitely
mine's little. Mine's like this big. It cuts like a strawberry at a time.
germs being the issue they are. Obviously, people are some people are fighting back against this, but all I could think was like going back to the Depression or something. We're at the point now where we're grabbing a wooden board, slapping butter all over it, throwing crap on it, and saying, "Hey, I'm here for the party." I mean, yeah.
I just don't even know anymore. But
Well, there's some food for thought to get the episode started this week. See what I did there?
You should have just.
Wait.
No, I wasn't gonna say you should have just taken off your shirt like we talked. No, don't. Hey, look at that SpecsRated cup. No,
I
turn
gotta
it
make
around.
sure to drink with the.
No, hold it the correct way,
I
like
need
you
to
would
go
normally
back
hold a cup.
online and like rearrange these logos.
Just
This
so,
is a very
'cause-
awkward way to drink.
And what's wrong with holding it the correct way, Rev?
We don't hold it this way. That's the no way.
Just because B is out in front, where she should
We
be.
keep B in the back. We just let her out to do the show.
Yeah, this is true.
Oh, speaking of which, give us a story, B.
Okay. Well, I have, let's see. First of all, I have a visitor on the stairway, so let me find something nice and short. Yes, we were talking about charcuterie boards. With cheese
Yeah,
and
the little
meats,
slices. Yeah,
but
and
Rev saw something that was a butter board. That was just like butter
basically
slapped on
like
there.
that, dang. But they're slapping butter all over it, and then throwing stuff on top of that you can now mix around in the butter to eat.
I'm curious
butter
to know
off
what
the
would
board.
go
I
on a
don't know.
butter board. Like,
Anything
what do you dip
dip
in
in but
butter?
bread.
That's all I can think about is bread or like those hard breadsticks that you get at some Italian restaurants.
Hey everyone, I'm coming to the party, and I brought poverty. I mean,
Right?
I got the fancy Tic Tac board with the butter and the bread.
Oh my goodness.
And it's that
Okay.
99-cent sliced bread that you just crumbled up and just grab a piece.
Oh my goodness.
Ooh.
Or it could be the like canned brown bread that my
Nope.
dad used to eat.
Wait, canned
When-
bread?
Yeah, it was bread and it was brown and it came in a can. And you know how like you dump the he's all about butter. The Syrup King is apparently MIA on the Canadian bus system somewhere. So he says he's almost home. We'll see if he hops in. Who knows?
Oh god.
What was I talking about now?
Bread in a can.
Oh, so you know how at Thanksgiving everybody likes the well, everybody except me likes the cranberry sauce that you dump out of the
That
can,
is
and
the
it's got the
only
can that you
kind there
slice
is.
on the lines from the
If
can.
your cranberries
Right.
do not come
Well-
out of a can in the shape of a can, they are not the correct cranberries.
Well, I don't like any cranberries, no matter what they come out of.
allow
But
it.
anyways, my dad would get this bread in a can, and it was brown. And yes, awesome mom, Boston bread, I believe is what it's called. And he would like somehow get it out of the can, and you slice it on the same lines like you do the cranberry sauce, and it was bread in a can. I don't know.
Wow,
I
that's
have-
awesome.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna do talk about a story that you brought up a few weeks ago. Yes.
No, I didn't.
I'm taking one of your stories. So remember you told us about the new awesome movie that's coming out this holiday season, The Christmas Story Christmas?
Yes.
Yes. Well,
Can't wait for that one.
they posted a very, very, very short teaser trailer online. And when I say teaser trailer, it's legit a teaser trailer. Like, all you hear is Christmas music and you see clips from the original movie, but at the same time, you're seeing somebody like get ready for the day or something and like put on, and then at the very end you see him put on his glasses and you can tell by the eyes and the glasses it's totally adult Ralphie. So
Ralphie!
yes,
That's awesome.
because dude, that guy has got the bluest freaking eyes I've ever seen aside from Alan Alda, and that is the reason why I'm obsessed with MASH. I'm just saying, because I wasn't
Alan
watching.
Alda was the Pillow Talk guy. No, that
No,
was
that's
Alan
Alan
Allman.
Oh my gosh, we are not talking about Pillow Talk.
What?
Pillow
you brought
Talk
him
is
up.
extra. No, I didn't. I brought up Alan Alda. You're the one
Allman,
talking.
Alda, same thing.
Anyway, so yes, if you have
This
a
is why
chance,
two people with ADD cannot do a podcast.
and I legit, I'm in the process of getting diagnosed with adult onset ADHD, but that's another
Nice.
podcast.
You go, girl.
Yeah, I know. It only took 40 years. Pillow Talk is free. Pillow pics are extra. Okay, Doris. I say Pillow Talk is extra, but that's just me. But yeah, so Christmas Story Christmas, for those of you that may not have heard Rev's original story, they are coming out with a sequel. Well, I guess a sequel. Well, we won't count the first two that
This
they did that
is
were really
what
bad.
they're referring to as an actual true to life sequel, because they've kind of
Okay.
gone down the avenue before. There was like a follow-up type sequel to it. There was some spin-off stuff, but this is
Right, but
actually
none of them had the
Ralphie
original,
himself,
any of the
true to
original
life.
cast
Yes,
in it.
exactly.
Yeah, this one has some of the original cast in it.
Yep.
But yes, A Christmas Story Christmas will hit HBO Max on November 17th. And if anybody has HBO Max, could you please slide into my DMs because I really want to watch this.
Which, by the way, I believe that's one of the things we didn't know when I did tell the story originally. We weren't 100%
Oh, we
sure
didn't know
where
a
it
release
was-
date?
Well, we knew the release date, but we
Or-
weren't sure the platforms.
Okay,
Which
well,
now
right
we
here,
do
HBO
know
Max.
it is going to HBO Max, yes. Oh, look at that. Awesome, Mom do.
Awesome, Mom. Remember, I'm your favorite child. Sorry, Rev. We
Done
both
with you.
know it's true. You say it all the
I'm
time.
done with you.
That's really cute, but it's a lie. Okay, so yes, that's what I got. I got a follow up to one of your stories, and I had added information, so I'm good.
Okay. I, however, need to go to New York.
It's a very great place, and I went there once, and it was amazing, and I would love to go there again if I could ever leave my house.
I need to go there on June 30th
Okay, for what?
of
That's like
2023.
next summer.
Yep.
Okay,
I
well,
ne- I
I might be leaving my
need
house
to
by
go
then,
there,
so
right?
maybe I can meet you there.
So we
What
go
are
to
we
New
going to New York for?
because we're going to Broadway.
Oh, hell yeah, I'm all about Broadway. You know this about me.
You know
Les
why
Mis
we're
on
going to
Broadway?
Broadway?
Les Mis on Broadway, by the way.
No.
Amazing.
Well, yeah, but there's
Okay,
a
what?
specific reason. Great Scott,
What?
would you just listen to me?
Oh, I think I know what you're going to say. Are they seriously making a Broadway?
Back to the Future, the musical, is hitting New York. It's hitting Broadway June 30th, 2023. Tickets are on sale as of October 28th, 2022. And it's the best promo for it that you could ever see. Because they put
Okay.
out a promo video of the actor who is playing Dr. Emmett Brown. His name is Roger Bart.
Okay.
And there's a video of him dressed as Doc Brown purchasing a used, souped-up DeLorean from none other than Christopher Lloyd.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes. So the little
That's
trailer
amazing.
promo video that they put out, and he's questioning it too, you know, and like, this thing's got how many miles? Looks like it's got 3 million. Are you sure it'll go up to 88? Oh, and,
Nice.
and they banter into it, and it's their way of basically like Christopher Lloyd is passing the torch on to Roger Bart, who is now going to be, you know, playing the role on Broadway of Dr. Emmett Brown in the Back to the Future, the musical.
Amazing. Okay,
Yes.
so I really need to up my counseling sessions and maybe get on some really strong meds because I need to meet you in New York in
Right.
June, apparently.
We have to go for that one. I mean, it's oh god, it's
And it's just freaking New York. New York is
New
amazing.
York is Back to the Future.
And New York is New York. It's amazing. I went once and it was the best vacation. And you're talking to the person that hates people and crowds. And yet I loved every second of being in New York. Go figure. It just proves that that place is magical.
And just so you know, if you're wondering about how the actual Back to the Future the musical is, it actually has been running for 2 years on London's West End, and it is already an award-winning musical.
Okay, well, I'm
So-
definitely gonna go check out the soundtrack.
Right.
Probably
Definitely
like tomorrow.
worth looking into. This is something that they're bringing over to us, and I am super excited about. Like I said, first tickets do go on sale October 28th of this year, this month, this now.
This now.
And of course, AH Broadway, June 3rd, 2023.
Awesome. Okay. Well, we'll be there. And I will have the soundtrack memorized and I will sing every word.
Although, you know what I want to see now?
There's so much that I want to see now. What?
But it involves going to a movie theater.
What?
And for this film, you'd probably have to go to a special theater that's showing it. Because it's
like one of those
Halloween,
artsy
and
ones?
it is definitely time for the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Oh, yes. Have you ever seen it live?
I have never
Have you
actually
ever-
seen it live.
Oh, I have. Well, I didn't see the movie. No, was it a movie? Yeah, it was the movie. Oh my
Specs is
goodness.
Here, let me fix us.
Okay. We just had a Canadian jump in the scene. So we have to do some fixing. Black Adam.
No. I'll keep the webcam off. Sorry.
No, too late. Keep the webcam on.
I'm like sweating here. No.
Fine, I'll keep the
Keep
moose
going.
picture and use your voice.
You are the moose.
Guys.
All right, we're all set up, so you can come back and talk as soon as you're good, Specs.
Okay.
As far as Black Adam, you know, I hate to say it, but I've just never been into the DC films and what they've been doing. I know Black Adam was rated very poorly. Well, and not even poorly. It was rated like mediocre across the board. I mean, it's just, I don't know. I've still never seen Justice League. I've never seen Aquaman. I've seen every damn Marvel movie that they put out, the good ones, the bad ones. I'm not saying they were all good. I've just seen them all. But there's still so many DC movies that I just haven't watched, you know? You know what I did like, though? The new Batman one that they made.
That I did not see.
The Batman or whatever it was. It took a completely different... It was the one with Sparkles playing Batman.
Oh,
Yeah,
Robert
that one.
Pattinson.
Yeah, that dude, Sparkles.
Sparkly guy.
And it just took a completely different turn from the normal ones. It actually followed more along his detective persona of Batman as opposed to just, I'm Batman, I'm going to beat you up, blah, 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 blah. Like, it just, it was different. It was good. Now, the Dark Knight trilogy, obviously, that What's-His-Face did with Christopher Nolan there, that one was done really well. I did enjoy that. But everything since, I just haven't really gotten into it. Black Adam, I may check it out when it gets released on digital. Some HBO will have it soon enough. I might watch it. Suicide Squad was good though, the new one that they did.
Gotcha.
They
What
got
were
some
we-
like they got some one-off ones that are good.
I am Batman. Where's the Joker? My parents are dead. Says Doris. Rev
Yeah,
does
I
a
see
really
that.
great Batman voice when he's sick. I'm Batman.
Which is bad because I talk on the phone all day at work, and there was one day not too long ago where I was sick as a dog, and I literally was Batman the whole day at work.
So all day long, I just kept sending him gifts of I'm Batman.
Right. Joker was a good one too. I did like that one. See, it's the one-off ones that they do that are good, but the big, like, over-the-top
love
ones,
you.
like the Aquamans and
Not
Wonder
you.
Womans and Batmans, and we hate you too. Like those ones, I just haven't gotten around to watching them. We were talking about movies.
Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Rocky
but
Horror,
yeah, okay.
yes.
So I have seen it live. Rev, you'll know where I'm talking about. Meadowbrook.
Is that place still around?
I don't know honestly, but they had like a big movie screen and they played it, and oh my gosh, they had people dressed up.
Yep.
They had all the props that you throw. Everybody was singing, everybody was shouting. It was one of the coolest experiences of my entire life.
Nice. Yep,
So
I've
now we
never
have a
quite
whole
made it
Batman
around.
conversation going on. Where is Carnage?
Right.
Carnage needs to be here for
See,
this.
I haven't seen the Birds of Prey yet either, Dink, but I actually do want to see that one. I just hadn't gotten around to watching. I liked the stuff that they've been doing with Harley. You know, I mean, they got the certain characters that just really grasp
Is that the
their
one
roles.
that Harley is going to be Lady Gaga and it's going to be a musical?
That's the new Joker one that they're doing. So I liked the take on the Joker, and that's the one that Dank said he hated, was the newest one with the Joker. I liked that one because it was different. I liked the routes that they took with it.
You always like things that are
I
different,
love
though.
the stuff that's different. The new one's going to be a musical. I'm on the fence.
That's why we're
on
friends.
How that's going with that one. Give us another story, P. What do you got?
Okay, well, since you were talking about Back to the
Batman?
Future,
Oh.
no, well, it started out with Back to the Future, the musical, and then went into Rocky Horror Picture Show, which is also a musical.
And then the Joker's coming out, which is also a musical.
Yeah, so I'm just going to jump right on that bandwagon and talk about the Oregon Trail into a movie musical.
I was not ready for that.
So we all, well, I mean, some of us played Oregon Trail. For those of you not familiar with it, the younger ones.
Did we start talking about this on the Dead podcast day?
We did. We did. We started
I'm like,
talking
this sounds
about
so
it.
familiar to me. Okay, yes.
Yes.
I forgot about
Deja
it
vu.
till now, right?
Yeah. So it was a game created in 1971. The Oregon Trail is an old school simulation about the experiences of 19th century pioneer life. Many people flocked to the newly acquired U.S. territory with hopes of finding better fortunes there, with many taking the Oregon Trail, which ran all the way from Missouri to Oregon. See, seriously, you've died of dysentery. Like, I cannot wait to hear
I have
songs.
died of dysentery.
I cannot wait to hear songs about dying of dysentery because that's
gonna be
all
the
anybody
most
remembers.
played song on the freaking.
That is all anybody ever talks about. When you talk about Oregon Trail, the first thing you hear is someone say, "You've died of dysentery."
Yep.
So, and if you haven't seen it, I brought it up last time. Teen Titans cartoon on Cartoon Network. They do an episode where they do the Oregon Trail where they're like playing it. And I think they all take turns dying of dysentery. I'm not 100% sure. But it's a great episode. So, yeah, stay tuned for Oregon Trail, the movie musical. And I will be watching out for that soundtrack just in case they release it ahead of time because
You will.
I need to hear it. I need to
It'll
know
be on
it.
Spotify.
Yeah,
Yep.
I need to memorize it. I need
Guaranteed.
to sing it to Rev every single day. Your horse drowned while trying to ford the river.
Oh god.
So yes, Scare, if you're still here, we have found Specs. He has returned, and he is a voice now.
I did have a voice. Sorry, guys.
Oh. Do you have stories with the voice, or are you just here with us?
Do you have
I do
anything you want to say?
I have some stories. First of all, sorry for being late.
Perfect.
But
Hey.
that's not my problem when it's the transit.
I was about to say, shit happens when you use public transit.
You're telling me, man.
That's
you
all right.
have
We
made
didn't
it-
go live till like 5 minutes after 9.
All right.
Which is
cool.
normal for us. But you've made it just in time for the first spec story.
Yes.
All right. So, what do you guys like to do in the summer when you actually leave the house?
Oh,
Fuck you.
God. Okay. Beast's like, I
mean,
feel
fuck
attacked.
Sorry, Mom.
Personal attack, damn.
Let me see. When I leave the house
Mom earmuffs.
during the
hold on,
summer.
Ryan, hold on.
Okay,
Let's do
okay.
something. Let's bring it up differently.
Okay.
Remember when you were looking for old controllers and stuff? Where did you go?
Dude, I went to a
Flea
flea
market?
market.
Yeah.
Yes, I freaking loved it. I found one too. Y'all, I put it on the Instagram with the NES Zapper that I disassembled and put that thing in a shadow box. I came out hella awesome, and I got it at a flea market.
I miss flea markets. I mean, they're still around. I just don't go to them.
I bet you I have to leave to get to them.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Darn.
a gamer
Spoiled
got a
again.
great, incredible collection of PS3 games for $30
The hell?
at a flea
Where?
market. Are you
Wow.
ready? Listen to this. The games include Far Cry 4, The Last of Us, Tomb Raider, Wolfenstein, Assassin's Creed 0, the Trilogy 1, Assassin's Creed, Ratchet and Clank, Uncharted 2, Far Cry 3, Dead Island, The Sly Collection, The Ultimate Alliance 2, BioShock 2, BioShock Infamous 2, Dishonored, and it just keeps going on and on and on.
Wow.
This whole
That
collection that
handler
this
knew what he
person
was
got,
doing.
He paid $30, and this collection is over $800 alone in games. 'Cause
Wow.
each game is like $60. So
He-
it pays to go to these flea markets.
He Dwight Schruted him right out of that stuff. He walked up.
Yeah,
all
he
that for
did.
Ma'am, this
yes.
is all garbage. You have two options. Either sell it to me for $30 or throw it in the trash because no one else is going to want it.
Yep.
And then walked out of there laughing. Like,
Like, and there's even games that I haven't even mentioned, like in here, still like the
Dude.
Spider-Man, Dead Space.
oh,
Like,
come
it's
on.
just absolutely insane. I wish I was the one that found this collection because you can flip it for megabucks.
Yeah,
It is PS3, but
I know, but it's harder to find those nowadays.
exactly. Anyways, he found this at a flea market, and when I saw this story, I'm like, I have to bring this up because now next season, when the weather's good again,
You're going to be
it's
going back to
summer
flea
and hot,
markets.
guess where I'm going?
Yep. Need to start hitting them garage sales, too.
Yeah. Yeah, but it was a flea market yard sale that this guy got it at, and needless to say, he was stoked.
Yeah. I can imagine.
You know, I want to say it was right about 10 plus years ago when I first got down to Texas. I had read a story online where someone was cleaning out their attic and ended up having a garage sale, and they found their kids' old, like, still in box Nintendo games and ended up selling them for dirt cheap at a freaking garage sale just because they didn't know any better.
Yeah, I posted the link in the chat
Nice.
just so people can see. It's insane.
That's freaking.
But
Estate
that's the first
sales.
story I had.
Estate sales are great. I love estate sales.
See, I don't know if we have that here in Canada. I don't know if we have sales, unless they just call them, flea markets or yard sales or something.
No,
Estate
because-
sales are different because you actually go into the house. Like
Yeah,
a
I've never
company
done that.
comes into the house and
Yeah, it's like
sets up all the stuff. So you're actually like walking through the house and looking through clothes like in the closet. Like
Yeah,
it would
I've
be
never done that.
mostly when like a relative or someone would pass away, they would have
Mm-hmm.
an estate sale to make as much money as they can for, like funeral and stuff like that, where they just didn't know what to do with the stuff in the house, so everything was for sale.
yes,
Um,
like the
I
family goes
haven't
in and obviously takes
seen-
things that they want, but
Yeah, but and
but
then
nothing is
everything else.
basically.
I haven't seen a legit estate sale in God knows how long. Yeah, I mean it was Michigan time when I was still up there.
Oh, I see the signs for them a lot.
Maybe it's just
like,
a northern thing because I haven't seen an estate sale in the 10
I don't
plus years
know.
I've been down here.
Brett, where are you? I know
as far
you're
as I know, we
eastern,
don't
but
have
are
them
you
here.
north or south?
You haven't ever seen them
Because-
either, Specs?
No.
Brett, you've doors. You've said you've gone to estate sales. So where are you at? Is it a
Then-
northern thing?
Awesome Mom mentioned Goodwill as well because you can
Yes.
find some random rare gems at Goodwill as well.
Yeah. I go
Virginia.
to
Okay.
Value Village.
Well, they
and
have estate sales in Virginia.
Salvation Army stores, and they have some nice stuff.
Yeah. You know who else is a really good flea market? GameStop.
Huh?
Yeah.
Now
Well,
they are.
they're not so much of a flea market, but they're a great. Well, no, they're kind of. Which brings me into my next story. Did you have anything
Yes.
else on that,
No,
Specs?
go for it.
Perfect, because you led us right into the fact that what the hell, GameStop.
Or
Don't even get me
EA
started on
Sports.
that. Yeah, EA Sports
yeah, or
here.
EA Sports up
Wherever
north,
you
know.
are.
So, growing up, I had Funko Land. And you went into Funko Land, and they were the first place I can truly remember where you could buy video games and sell them your video games and then trade them around and get new video games and blah, blah, blah. And this was a great concept back in the day of Nintendo and Sega. And it has grown and it has flourished and it has become GameStop. Or which one was it for you, Specs?
EB Games.
EB Games. So that's what we have now. And they
What
were...
I meant. Why did I say EA Sports? Why did you guys not correct me? I meant
I
EA
didn't
Games.
even realize what you
Seriously?
said until
Neither one of you
just-
guys were gonna call me out on that. You guys call me out on freaking everything.
Only when I'm listening to you.
Forget both of you. I'm done.
Exactly. GameStop is kind of defined as a pawn shop now. And that actually does play right into our story doors because GameStop, in my mind, I can see the progression that they made. You know, they started out with just everything was current and up to date with what was on the market. You know, they were current gen games and consoles. And then they started dealing a little bit more with, you know, last gen and previous gen. They started getting more with retro. And then they started getting more with PC stuff, you know, because you start seeing little bits of pieces.
Telephones, cell phones.
Yeah, right. I don't see that one nearly as much, but they really tried getting into that market as well. I know that's kind of stopped around here, but it has just. So
I was gonna say, so me, as I don't go there, I don't look at like what is GameStop selling that is turning them into a pawn shop.
So here's the thing.
What are they not selling?
Like, can I go there and get a kitchen sink?
Specs hit it on the nose. Okay. The big problem, and I just, before I truly get into that, I got to make mention, there was this huge merger, because there was an online-only company by the name of...
Wait, did you say murder?
Merger.
Not
everything is a murder.
Well, sorry, actually, my ear just hears murder.
Actually, B, you're kind of right. It was a murder. There was an awesome online company by the name of Think Geek.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I
sounds like my kind of company.
Freaking loved them. And they had everything you ever needed or wanted or never knew you needed until you saw it on that website for your fandom. They covered all the major fandoms. And then GameStop murdered them. I mean, bought them out and mergered them.
Mergered them?
Mergered them. That's the word. They mergered them.
They mergered
GameStop
them.
completely bought them out, and they started making physical Think Geek stores. They started selling the Think Geek stuff on their website, and it has been downhill for GameStop ever since. Because that's when they started bringing in all this extra BS, and she takes her headphones off. Now that I'm finally getting into the part of the things that they're selling there.
I can still hear you.
They've gone crazy with computer parts. There's legit computer sections in GameStop now.
Yep.
Like, you got your Nintendo, you got your PlayStation, you got your Xbox, you got your PC. I mean, you can buy freaking processors and graphics cards and shit there now. It's freaking crazy. You move next to that, and that's your Pokemon section with all your freaking Pokemon collectible cards and action figures and blah, blah, blah.
And then you move again, and then there's plushies.
Yes, and then you got all the plushies.
And then there's books, and then there's board games, and it's not just a freaking game store anymore.
So, according to the GameStop subreddit, it's getting the GameStop employees are, kind of venting about this on Reddit, as they always do, and we love them for this. And they're listing items like lemon-powered clocks, toddler ball poppers. One guy mentioned a broken scooter, and someone said an algebra tile set.
Like, that's
because the best thing to go to GameStop for is your child's education.
Okay, like the plushies I can kind of get, because I mean, I'm like, when you say plushies, I'm thinking like Pokemon plushies.
Well, some of them are, yes.
Plushies.
So
I mean, that made sense. But algebra tiles?
But wait, There's more.
There's more.
Oh, jeez.
According to some of the
Jeez
retail
Louise.
chain employees, they've been getting some rather odd deliveries for quite a while. Because the post does go on further to make mention of shower beer can holders, squish balls, Pampers diapers, toddler walkers, and a vent clip that holds chicken nugget dipping sauce.
Okay, you lost me.
I'm speechless.
What in the world?
I tried to do the slow, cool drink thing, but that didn't work.
Because you left us all just completely speechless
Exactly.
and at a loss for words.
Oh, one guy mentions that he also found a giant plastic egg filled with randomized collectibles, i.e. stuff that no other customer wants.
Surprise, surprise.
Could you imagine they just grab like a leftover Easter egg and they're like, hey, all that clearance crap that didn't sell, throw it in here. Boom, $50. It's $3 worth of garbage. $40.
$50. Rev would walk
God.
through. Ooh, I need that egg.
Oh, God. Yeah, I mean, they got all their own just loot box type thing. And that's a whole nother thing. Don't even get me started on the loot crates. Those were a genius idea when they came out. And just like everyone else, they had to run them to death.
Yep.
But yes, welcome to the GameStop pawn shop. Now, the only thing about it, though, is I don't know. Can I sell them a vented or
Probably not.
holding chicken nugget holder pawn shop style?
As
or is it
you
only
can
for
take your
sale?
old video games in, and they only give you like $3 a game.
No.
Five.
It's like $3.25 if you're a
I was going to
member.
say $3.50.
Right? Oh, God.
Yeah. It's got out of
that
hand, that
GameStop.
place.
It really has. Like, GameStop is not GameStop anymore. They are something
shop.
else. Yeah.
Are they trying
a pawn
to
shop.
are they
Pawn
trying to
shop.
battle with not the one in Vegas. What's the one in Detroit? Hardcore Pawn.
Is that show still on?
I have no
I
idea,
haven't
but I've
seen or heard of that in forever.
I've been to that pawn shop
Oh,
multiple
God.
times.
I used to go there. I've pawned some things there back in the day.
Yep.
Before they had a TV show.
Well, I went
Okay.
there. I've been there before the TV show, and I've been there while the TV show was still very popular.
Mm.
I have no idea if the TV show is still going or not.
Probably not.
Last I heard, they tried to open a second location in Pontiac, and it didn't really go too well.
You're like, nope.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
Yeah.
Anyways.
But yeah, so that's where we're at with GameStop now. And like I said, it's just been downhill ever since, they merged Think Geek. Like, they're just grasping at everything they can get their hands on, just trying to make a name for themselves, because they had a name for themselves back when you could actually buy and sell at decent prices. And ever
Yeah.
since they, started just scalping that down, it's just been crap ever since. So, oh well. Give us a story, B.
All right. Well, on that happy note, let's go. Let's
We
go
gotta
where
buy
I.
stock now. They're back down.
Oh,
Hurry before Sony makes the movie. We got to buy the stock.
jeez. Let's go where I like to go lately. Let's go to space. And I'm not going to talk about Uranus this week.
Hey,
This is a
we
Uranus-free episode.
We finally get a week without B. Wait, not gonna say that. Never mind. Just go somewhere
Next.
without Uranus.
Yes, I'm not going to ask you why is Uranus so pale. That's not this week's question. Actually, there is no question. It's just something really, really cool that I saw. So
Okay.
apparently, Tom Cruise's space movie that he's going to be doing soon is partnering up with NASA, and Universal wants to make Tom Cruise the first civilian to do a spacewalk outside of the space station.
Really?
And it's going to be filmed for the movie. So
So in
like
the
the
film, he'll
actual space-
actually be.
Yeah, so the actual spacewalk in the movie is what is
Nice.
going to be used in. Is going to be him actually spacewalking.
It's awesome. Are they going to use the same studio where they filmed the moon landing? Oh wait, I'm sorry.
That's a different podcast, Rev.
My bad.
That's your other podcast.
Another podcast, another time.
SpecsRated has been canceled, people.
Why's the government at my door?
So yes, in an interview with BBC Universal Filmed Entertainment Group, Chairwoman Donna Langley spoke about the project, which will have crews and the rest of the film crew take a rocket to the International Space Station to shoot parts of the movie in space. So yeah, I don't watch a lot of movies anymore, but I'd be interested just to see that, like, and to like check in on this and see if he's actually, doing it. FBI,
Right.
open up. That sounds perfect.
I
Yeah.
tried to find my sound effect, but it's not working.
It's like the episode where we mentioned Nintendo one too many 100 times, and we thought we were
Right.
gonna. So I just thought that was a little piece of interesting news, and it dealt with space, and it wasn't about Uranus, so I decided to bring it up.
Right? This time it was about Tom Cruise's
And it wasn't
anus.
about sending nudes into space either to try
That's
and
still
get
one of the
aliens to
best
talk to
stories
us.
we have ever had on this show. I freaking love it.
It really is, and I'm really glad that I'm the one that found it and
Oh, of
decided
course you're
to
the
talk
one
about
that
it.
found it.
Of course I am. It's talking about sending nudes into space to try and get aliens to respond
Have
to
you
us.
looked into
Hello?
that recently? Have we received alien nudes back?
Not that I
Oh,
have
please
found
no.
out.
Please no.
But they weren't like
God.
actual like picture nudes. It was
No,
like
I know. It was 8-bit
it
nudes.
was like 8-bit nudes,
Those are
and
the
they
best
did
nudes
not.
ever.
So little
They did not
squares.
they didn't do the guy any favors either.
Aliens are going to see that and be like, this is what we're up against? Take the planet.
Wow.
Right? Okay, so on that note,
Oh,
on to you,
God.
Specs.
Well, speaking of movies and TV shows, I don't know if you guys know this, but can you guys know you can get 1 year of Peacock Premium for $20?
You know, I don't want to hear about this.
That's why I brought it up.
Your nudes are 2 pixels wide.
Oh my
Doors.
God. Way to go, Doors. I saw something about that the other day, but it's not for active customers, so I can't
No,
get it.
it has to be new customers.
Yep.
And
Okay,
it's
so
from
you
now until November 19th.
Cancel yours. I'll get
Exactly.
it.
Cancel. Boom.
Don't want to. It's too
Um,
much work.
What?
It's too much work.
It's for a year.
Too much work. I already have
Awesome
everything
Mom gets it for
saved.
free.
Yeah, I know.
How'd she get it for free?
Through the community that she lives with, it's part of their cable package. They get Peacock for free.
I get it for free too. Cause I got friends in low places.
Anyways, I just saw this and I wanted to bring it up.
I'm glad you did though, because that's great for anyone
Like-
that is looking to sign up for it, Specs.
Yes, and it's up until November 19th.
Okay.
So you can get Peacock Premium for $20 until November 19th, instead of $100 a year.
Yep.
I sang the wrong song. What the hell was I thinking?
And they got. Yeah, exactly. Nope, too late. You can't go back.
Nope. I want
And-
to see your
oh,
peacock.
God, how
cock,
do I
cock, your
mute her?
peacock, cock.
And especially with like they've been getting so many good movies on there. They The Lost World, when that one dropped, it dropped on Peacock. I watched that Beast movie the other day with
Yep.
Idris Elba. Like that was actually pretty freaking awesome.
I heard it's pretty good.
Oh, it was. And it's on Peacock, free to watch, which, by the way, also leads into the fact that I know the day I'm going to die is from petting a kitty, like a really big kitty that shouldn't have been petted.
Like a panther?
Yeah, or a lion
Yeah.
or cougar or something like that. Like, that's what's
Or
going to
tigers.
kill me. Yeah, bears.
Or bears.
Oh, my. But yeah, and then we talked about a couple of times now Twisted Metal, the series that they're making with Anthony Mackie. That's going to be dropping on Peacock. So definitely an awesome streaming service, and I'm glad you brought up that deal. That
Yeah,
they're
I just saw
running
it,
right
and
now.
I'm fortunately for you Americans, you can get us Canadians, I'm kind of screwed in that part. It doesn't work for me.
Oh, it doesn't go to Canada?
Nope.
Oh, that sucks.
So
Not those
it doesn't help
Cougar
me out at all,
stores.
but whatever. So yeah, I wanted to just bring that to your guys' attention that
Okay.
you can get it for $20, and that's a hell of a deal.
You know what? Speaking of bringing stuff to people's attention, I want to bring something to your attention, Specs.
Oh no.
Now, I know you have looked into the role-playing aspect of some of the games out there.
Yes,
And
I
you've
still want
brought
to get
this
into
up
it.
a couple of different times. Grand Theft Auto was one of the ones that I know you had kind of done some work with in the past.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought...
They have Panthers with Where Awesome Mom Is.
Y'all have Panthers? So y'all, I'm going to go visit my mom. And
I
That's
won't
what gets you to visit her? The fact that they have Panthers, not the fact that she's your mother?
But I also won't be coming back because that's how I die, is from petting the Panthers.
Oh
We talked about this. I want to pet a panther.
You might not know this, but I'm a Panther. It was my high school mascot.
I was about to say old school mascots don't count.
Why not? You
'Cause
wish
I
you
said
were
so.
a panther. Ooh.
So, Specs, what if I use the term role-playing along with Fallout 76?
That might be pretty cool.
I was actually messing around online and I stumbled across some stuff. And it's funny because this game was a flop on day one.
I was gonna say that game. Yeah,
They
it was absolute
freaking
garbage.
hate it. It was terrible. They did everything wrong with it. There were so many bugs. It was crashing. There were misconceptions with what the actual special edition was.
Yes.
There was no storyline to it at all. They just plopped you in this MMO style Fallout game and you just like went for it. And if
And
there
it
was
was
no one
absolute
else
garbage.
around, there was no one. Well, since then, kind of like No Man's Sky, it has done this full 180 into this just awesome, elaborate, fun game that apparently a lot of people are jumping on board with. A lot more people are getting into it. Constantly new people are, experiencing it for the first time. I
So is
played
it actual roleplay?
So I need to look a little further into if there's any specific servers set up for the role play.
Okay.
But this article I stumbled across, this guy actually met with some people who are role playing it at least within themselves and then kind of bringing people on. For example, there's a individual by the name of Matt Willis who is a legacy weapon hunter and trader. This is his job in the game. All right.
Okay.
He has a collection of prized possessions. He has all these different legacy weapons that he'll actually trade and, market them out on the black market for you. One of the people that he uses to help him with this is a woman named Priscilla, who is exclusively a courier in the game.
Oh,
Like,
that's
she
interesting.
plays this game as a Fallout 76 courier. She acts as a courier for other players, ensuring risky and high-stakes trades go smoothly. She's qualified, trained, and even has a Trustpilot-style rating.
Wow. I'll have
And
to look
then-
into that. Can you send me that link later?
Oh, yeah, I'm going to send this to you. There's a guy by the name of Darth Nick, who is the founding member of Fallout 76 infamous cannibal clan, the EATT, Establishment of Appalachian Taste Testers.
Be just like lit up there when she
I was like, oh, hello, you said cannibal. What?
Oh, so he plays out in this role-playing cannibal clan in Fallout 76. They have hidden lairs, and they eat the meat, because, that's one of the things you
should
can
play
do
the
in the
forest
game
again.
is actually eat the meat. Of course, it's radiated and blah, blah, blah. And he has a friend by the name of Jeep and Jeeper. who
Nice name.
builds elaborate trap camps
Okay.
that look like just normal camps that you go into, but they're kind of a one-way ticket because it's this whole horror building, like just bombs go off.
So it's kind of like a murder hotel.
This
A murder
podcast does
mansion?
not condone murder hotels.
No matter how cool they seem.
Yes. Oh, and then it gets even better. There's an individual by the name of Northern Harvest who is the director of a Shakespeare production group called the Wasteland Theater Company. He shares his stories of the history and conception of the troupe. And then he actually like puts on Shakespeare's classic comedies and stuff like that. There's a thing where him and his crew were putting on A Midsummer Night's Dream. And they're doing all of this within a Fallout 76. I mean, there's actually Kenneth Vigue. He's the founder of Chad, which is actually a Fallout 76 podcast. Real life podcaster in the game. He's running all this stuff. So I know you've been very interested in role play, and I kind of want to throw this out there for everyone. I know Fallout 76 did take a lot of heat at the beginning. Can be a fun game. It is something that is available on the Xbox Game Pass for all of us that have Game Pass.
Which is all of us.
Anyone that has Amazon Prime, it's also one of the free games that Amazon is giving away right now. So if anyone out there was interested in checking Fallout and just hasn't had a chance to get around to it yet, which, speaking of Fallout, Epic Games Deals of the Week, they're giving a free copy of Fallout 3 Game of the Year edition for anyone who, signs into their Epic Game account this week.
If you can.
Yeah, if you can. Give us a story, B.
Okay, well, I have one last story here that is a total B story and has nothing to do with space.
What a
So
B.
I guess you could say this is the B spot.
Oh no, here we go again.
I said that just for doors.
Right.
I had to. Okay, so I know I watched the crap out of this TV show. I don't know about you guys. Did you guys ever watch a lot of Mythbusters?
Oh hell yeah.
Never as much as I wanted to. I just never caught it when it was on.
Oh, okay. Well, I watched Mythbusters like crazy. I know you love the B spot. So there's this guy who in the 1980s was convicted of murder and arson alongside with two others. But thanks to a rerun of Mythbusters that he caught while in jail, he has been set free.
What?
So John Galvin has been in prison for 21 years when he caught a rerun of Mythbusters. To his shock and delight, the episode definitively proved that you couldn't ignite a pool of gasoline with a lit cigarette. Something that Galvin had been accused of doing in the 1980s, resulting in the deaths of two men in Chicago. So with this information, 15 years later, 15 years after he saw the episode, Galvin and his attorneys from the Innocence Project, which is, I don't know if I'll just throw this out there. The Innocence Project is a company of lawyers that is dedicated to getting innocent people that are imprisoned, like helping them to get their convictions overturned and stuff like that. It's what they do. So the Innocence Project were able to convince a judge to vacate his conviction and the convictions of two other men who'd also been found guilty. So basically, the Mythbusters proved that you could not light a gasoline with a cigarette, which is exactly what they were saying that he did, that caused a fire that caused two deaths. So he is free now, thanks to an episode of Mythbusters.
That's freaking crazy.
That's nuts.
Because, of course, back in the 80s when he got arrested, every badass villain in every movie lit fire by smoking the cigarette and then flicking it into the
throwing
gasoline
it down, and you see the little trail, and big boom.
Wow.
But yeah.
So A, that's awesome. B, I didn't know you couldn't do that. I still thought that was
Yeah, I
plausible.
actually remember. I remember that episode. I watched that episode. But yeah, they proved that you
Wow.
could not do it. And just so we're also talking about things that came as a shock that you realize are false. Did you know that it's not actually unsafe to shower during a thunderstorm? People always said that it was a bad idea because, like, I guess they said that you could easier for lightning to get you or something.
Well, if your house is not grounded, apparently it would be able to get you through the water pipe.
Well, I think they just proved that.
Yeah. So.
What about swimming during a lightning storm in a pool?
Well, I was just.
I don't know,
dumb.
Rev. Why don't you try it out and let us know?
I have many a times.
And make sure
Nothing's
you hold a
gone
clothes
wrong.
hanger over your head.
A clothes hanger.
I got a metal plate up here.
Oh my goodness. So yeah, so that was.
What
that's
about eating
my,
paint chips? Is that still bad?
lead ones, and actually just don't
But
eat
they have
paint.
the best flavoring.
I thought
I
you
mean-
ate crayons.
I'm
And
done
glue.
with you. I'm done with you. You're
thought you
gone.
ate crayons.
I'm replacing you. Doors is
You've
getting
tried
your
to
spot.
replace me. No one else wants to be Spot. Wait, that sounds really kind of sad and lonely.
Anyway, Specs, give us a story.
Oh, you want the next story?
Yes.
Well,
Spot just got canceled.
I'll give you guys some specs tech.
Specs Tech.
Don't sing.
Specs
This one's for the streamers out there.
Wow.
So, as you
never
can
to do
see,
that again.
Rev has a nice, decent computer chair. B has a nice computer
No, I
chair.
don't. I hate this computer chair.
This is really
still a
old and really
name.
falling apart.
It's a
This
name
one
brand,
will
so-
randomly do this
Yeah,
when
so
I
does
don't
mine.
tell it to.
Yeah.
It's all falling
All right,
apart.
well-
It was decent in the beginning. This one did not offer long wear to it. Like I
Okay.
would have expected a little bit more length out
Longevity.
of out of
But to
durability
be
and
fair,
everything. But
they're made cheaply, so you have to keep buying them. Just so you're aware.
true.
All right, so even Doors might be interested in this one.
Okay, what do we got?
I have a gaming chair called the OSIM U-Throne.
My throne?
Well, it could be.
Yes.
Please don't give Rev something we call the throne.
King Rev. I love the sound
Oh,
of that.
Lord have mercy, no.
Lord King Reverend J. Awesome. Oh, that
I
is awesome.
refuse. No.
Here is the
I veto.
gaming chair.
Okay.
It's OSIM U-Throne, and it's a massage gaming chair.
Okay.
Mine has lumbar massage.
No, not that kind of massage. This is full body massage, pretty much.
Oh,
But
like
it's-
at the nail salon?
Pretty close.
Ooh,
Yes.
I'm all for that.
The only thing it doesn't do is your feet area, but the
Ugh.
whole chair vibrates. It comes in at 1,400 USD.
Tough. No.
Listen,
Well, I know
Okay,
what I'm
okay.
buying next paycheck. Who needs to pay rent?
oh my god! All right, so the detachable headrest and lower cushion for lumbar support are both made out of memory foam, which makes it extra comfy. I believe that's what most chairs come with. I have just a basic chair, so I don't even know what
You're
these feel
so
like.
basic.
I am so done with you.
That seems to be the general census tonight.
The reclining lever is located on the right-hand side, just above another that lets you raise and lower your chair. Most of these functions work exactly as you expect from the other chairs that you've used before in your office.
Mm-hmm.
There's a wire form under the chair that will need to be plugged in into the mains for audio and massage features to work. So you can plug in your
Really?
speakers from your computer and it goes to your chair. Okay, so you get immersed in your gaming or, Spotify or whatnot.
Okay.
Has full functionality, massage functions. You can tailor it to your preference at 15 minutes at a time, which is pretty cool. I mean,
Okay, I really want this chair, guys.
I'm gonna
Right.
be honest with
You
you.
know, Christmas is coming up.
I'm gonna put the link in channel here. so you guys can look at it. It's really cool looking. The only problem I can see with this is
Some Russian armband.
massaging while gaming. I'd be falling asleep at my computer. Just saying.
Okay, so you know how I said that my chair has the pillow with the lumbar massage in it?
Yeah.
I would like to know how loud is this massage chair? Because I never used this pillow because I plugged it in once. And let's just say that if I ever went live with this pillow on or
Oh my God.
like did this podcast, you guys would be like, seriously, B, what is vibrating? And I'd be like, nothing. So that's my one question is how loud is this massage
Yeah, I
gaming
wouldn't
chair?
know. I wouldn't know.
I
but
would
if
like
you,
to know that.
If you scroll down, you can actually see the control functions of what type of massages you can get. Full back. It looks like just your head area, neck area. It comes with heat apparently, or you can get it with heat.
Oh, okay.
And you can actually do spot massaging also.
Oh, nice.
The rating is an 8 out of 10.
Okay.
So apparently it's really well made, and people actually like it. Whoever bought it, but I can't afford $1,400 for a gaming chair. So I just wanted to bring that out and say, you know what?
You and me and her both.
We could be gaming in like style here, guys, but we need to make some money doing this.
We'd all go live for the podcast and be asleep in the damn chairs.
My other question is, does it come in pink?
I don't know.
I need
Probably.
pink.
I bet you can
They sell pink
get whatever
spray
color
paint.
you want.
What?
Said they sell pink spray paint.
That's true. I would do that. Nah, if I spent $1,400 on a chair,
No,
I'm
you
not spray
wouldn't.
painting it. But that's
I spent
awesome. That-
$1,400 on a chair. I wouldn't even sit in it. That thing would sit next to me as I continue to sit in this piece of crap.
I probably would paint it pink though eventually.
Well, after the warranty's up.
Right.
I've thought about painting my computer and my monitor pink to match the keyboard and the mouse and the headphones and the chair, but that's another story.
Yeah, don't be doing
Powder
that.
coat it. Oh, God.
So that's the Specs Tech for this week. It's this
Okay.
amazing.
All right, well,
show.
guys, if we ever actually like start making money on this,
I get
we're
dibs.
getting those. Get
Yeah.
dibs. We're all getting them.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
So, Specs, Gotham Knights is officially out.
Yeah, don't even talk about that.
I remember
Garbage
when
game.
you first told us about that game.
Uh-huh.
And they're bringing
Yep.
out this, like, free 4-player cooperative mode thing.
Yep.
And right before it released yesterday, a lot of people
Complained.
yanked their pre-order for it.
Yep.
Yes.
Why?
So this game has officially been locked for performance reasons at
Yep.
30 frames per second on console.
It's absolutely horrible.
Not available on last gen, so you can't get it on PS4 or Xbox One. And if you get it on PC, you can have the, 60 frames per second or whatever it has to offer. But yeah, for everyone with console, due to the open world and the untethered co-op and other issues, they didn't give you that performance quality option. Straight locked at 30 frames per second, and everyone's pissed.
Which is absolutely stupid for when you have high quality monitors, high quality TVs, and they lock in at 30 frames per second. Like,
That's pretty dumb.
you might as well go back to Nintendo 64.
So in an exact opposite note of that, they released the report released for a God of War Ragnarok and the performance resolution options that game is going to have.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it already looks just freaking awesome. There's
120 FPS.
There's a resolution option of 4K, 30 frames locked. There's a
Okay.
performance option at 60 frames locked. There's another resolution option for high frame rate at 4K 40 frames per second. You have to have a HDMI 2.1. And then there's another one for performance using the HDMI 2.1, running it through the 120 hertz with your high frame rates. So
I would go for the 120 hertz.
Right.
I
If
don't
you
really
have
see a
the
point in
compatible
gaming
TV
4K.
and HDMI and everything for it, like freaking run it. But I mean, they released that, and if you had seen, there was an article that released earlier that actually misrepresented it at 120 FPS when it was actually supposed to be the 120 hertz. Yeah.
I don't understand gaming companies right now with locking certain games at low FPS.
Because they're scared.
When we have all the power in the world in our computers to run at high FPS.
And
Some of you guys have all the power in the world in your computers.
the computers aren't
decent.
the problem, though.
No, it's not.
So, or even with Gotham Knights, if you have PC, it's not locked. It's
Yes.
only locked for the consoles.
Oh, okay.
So they're scared that their next gen consoles can't handle these games. I mean, these consoles just came out how long ago? And like, we're already at the point where they're fearing that the games can't properly be played on them.
Okay, I get it.
Poor marketing on their part.
I just had to once again point out that my computer has a hard time handling Minecraft sometimes.
Yeah, you got anything else for us, Specs?
No, that's it.
All right. Well, I only got one other little story that I want to make mention of.
Okay.
Mortal Kombat's getting a new game.
Is it?
Yeah. It is an RPG style game
Ooh.
called Mortal Kombat Onslaught. You see how excited I am?
I see.
Yeah. It's a freaking mobile game.
Of course it is.
This is the route that they go with it. The next Mortal Kombat game is going to be an RPG mobile game called Onslaught. Just no. So far,
You're like,
with
give
what
me the
they've
game, just not only on my phone.
so far with what they've released, Onslaught is going to let players build a team of fighters and battle in massive real-time group battles.
That's going to cause a lot of fights at school. Just saying.
Oh god.
You talk about bullying right now?
Right. They're trying to jump on the bandwagon that everyone else is going down with, all the freaking mobile collecting, fighting, playing games. I know Marvel has a crap ton of them. Pokemon's done some of them. And I'm not talking about like the Pokemon Go, but Pokemon actually has another one, the Pokemon Masters EX, where it's like a team of Pokemon and you're fighting against other people. And it's like they're freaking trying to jump on that bandwagon. It's just not what I want. I mean, they promised it's going to have a cinematic story experience to go along with the collection and RPG element of it, but
let's be honest here. They're targeting the younger generation of everyone that's on their phones when walking and...
I still like my Mortal Kombat 11. I own it on several different consoles because it's a fun game and I want to be able to play it wherever I can. I bought it on the Switch Black Friday of last year because it was a hella deal on Black Friday. So I own it on the Switch and the Xbox, and I think I got it on PC as well. I don't know. That's neither here nor there, but that was a fun one. I liked that.
Yeah, but you have to admit a lot of games are going mobile because of the portability.
Yes, and like you said, you nailed the nail on the head. I mean, they're aiming at other generations now. They know everyone walks around like this.
Yeah, we're seeing.
So if they can put a game here, I don't always walk like this. I walk like this.
90% of the time you do.
No, like this. If I gotta catch the, can't see the Pokemon if it's here. I gotta catch it like that. But they're not going to target me because I don't download other games. Well, no, I take that back. I do. I play it for a day. I get bored and I'm done. Never did get back into Diablo. It was fun as hell for the 2 days I played it, though.
Yeah, and then it's like you found out about microtransactions and all, and it's like goodbye.
No, it was still. I wasn't even at that point yet. Like, it was still just a fun
you're
game.
still getting into it.
I just stopped. There were other games, like Fallout 76
And Pokemon.
and Pokemon. But then I stopped playing Pokemon, and that's the sad part. If I stop playing Pokemon, which I do from time to time, and I don't pick up your game, then there's a problem with your game. That's all I'm saying.
Wow. You heard it.
Well, all right then.
Look, I'm who they should be aiming the games at. You know, people like me who are actually going to put money into your games, not people like Specs.
Whoa, what's that supposed to mean?
You're not
You
putting the
You don't
microtransactions
put the
to
money
it.
in. You don't do.
They got to aim at
pay
the
to win.
microtransactors, not the non-microtransactors.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Now that I've officially merged this podcast, I believe that's time to call it a wraps.
Well, I have one more thing
I
to
thought
say.
you were done.
No, you never
You
asked
never
me.
her.
Your last story, you said it was your last story.
Okay, that was my last story. I said I had one more thing I wanted to bring up.
Continue.
So, you know how you were just talking about how if you stop playing Pokemon Go and you don't pick up the other games. So I was going to say, speaking of picking up old games that we haven't played in a while, for anybody who happened to be around earlier this week, was it Sunday night, Monday night? I don't know, one of those nights this week, and actually got a notification on Twitch that I went live. I can say that you were not hallucinating. I did actually go live on Twitch.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yes, and it was a blast. I played some Spyro. I died a lot. I did a lot of random walk right off the edges, a lot of random forgot what button was jump. But yeah, it was a blast of a stream. Only Rev and Spec showed up in chat, but we had fun and they had fun laughing at me, and it was a great time. So
Yeah, but I don't need you to be streaming to do that, but
that's true. You laugh at me no matter what. But at least not you could see my screen and you could see the game and all the stupid stuff that I was doing.
exactly.
So I can't promise that I'm going to stream regularly or on a schedule, but
Watch for
watch for me because it could happen. Stranger things have happened, so yeah.
Yeah, like 4-5 seasons.
Yeah,
something like that.
4 seasons of it actually.
Exactly.
You're wearing your Assassin's Creed hoodie right now. Nice.
Specs, do you have any other final thoughts?
No, I'm done.
B, do you have any other final thoughts?
No, I'm good.
Okay, so next
do you
I
have
want to
any final-
talk about how I'm going to end the podcast because this was awesome and we appreciate everyone for coming and hanging out with us. But that's all we got for this week. So as always, stay awesome and we'll catch you next week.
Bye, everyone.